BPB's 2017 NAMM Show coverage is sponsored by Plugin Boutique, the place for music plugins.
Hi, my name is Ruben Dax. I'm here with ROLI. I'm a product specialist, and I'm here to introduce you to ROLI Blocks. So Blocks is a modular music studio, and I mean that by the fact that it is made up of these different components that you connect together magnetically, and you can build up your setup. So the center of the block system is the light pad block. The light pad block is an amazing musical instrument because it's incredibly expressive, and when I say expressive, I mean that you can play it almost as you would an acoustic instrument. So normally if you think about the way people control electronic sounds, they're using buttons, right, that are on off. Maybe they detect how hard you hit it, but the light pad block can do much more. You can hear as I press into this, I'm controlling a flute sound. I'm controlling how much breath I'm breathing into the flute, right? I can pitch bend the notes left and right. I can move up and down to have these different types of articulation. If it was a synthesizer, I can control the filter, right? It's a really powerful and flexible instrument in that way, because I can use this not only for synths and melodies, but also for drums, right? So if I want to, I can use it as a regular drum pad. Right, but I can also use it as much more than just a regular drum pad, right? Because I can use the same gestures actually to control drums, right? So this is a hi-hat, but I can also drag it up. I can get like this snare, right? You hear it like repeating and doing all these different effects, right? So it's really amazing to be able to get in between the pads in that way. You can do things that normally you'd have to do in post-production, right? So. Right, there's a lot of things that you can do right here. Maybe if you're not someone who's not as used to finger drumming, you can use what's called groove kits, which actually just create repeating patterns based on holding squares, right? So this is a kick drum pattern. Right, so just with 3 fingers down, I can already start making a beat like this, right? Just dragging around. Right, so really fun and easy to get into. And it's a great system for learning music, right? Because we have this grid, so you can see if I follow the lights from bottom left to top right, I'm playing a scale, and I don't even need to know, I don't have to have that knowledge beforehand to be able to do that. I can then change it to whatever scale I want. So for example, a minor scale. Right, there's lots of tools inside of the app to experiment with in terms of making a chord with just one finger, arpeggios. And right now I'm using Noise, which is an entirely free iOS app. So you can download it for your iPhone or iPad right now, and it has hundreds of sounds inside of it, and it can also help you loop and layer sounds into a whole track and make songs right there. But Blocks can also be used as a MIDI controller with your computer, with whatever digital audio workstation or synths or samplers you're used to using. You can use the LightPad block in an incredibly flexible way. Even if you just wanted it to be, for example, faders as a mixer or an XYZ pad, there's really a lot of possibilities. And so I can show you how inside of the app you can start recording sounds and layering them into a song, like right on the fly, which is obviously the most fun way to use the app. So I'm going to choose a scale here. I can even choose something like Phrygian, right? Maybe I have no idea what that means, but I still already know what notes I'm using. So there's also these control blocks, and the control blocks are going to give me really quick physical control over tools that would normally I'd have to swipe through menus to access. So I can show you now, if I just press record, it'll start recording the first loop. So now I have one part looping back, and now if I want to add some drums, I can. First, I'm going to choose a drum kit that I want to use. Right now I've got these 2 parts laying back if I want to add a bass line. Right, I can always undo a part that I've recorded if I want to, switch like the octave, for example. Oh, hold on 1 second. It's because I've got a chord on. Hold on. So I'm going to record this part one more time, a few octaves down. Right now, if I wanted to add some strings, it's a really amazing string controller because you can do vibratos and slides and swells, right? Right, so now I've got 4 parts layered, and I can use the light pad block as almost a DJ controller, right? If I want to turn off some of the loops, turn them back on. I can even change the instrument after I've recorded the sound, right? I can turn on things like the arpeggiator after I've recorded it, you know, and really just experiment with my song right there. Right, so you can see how just with the free app, you can already start making really, really interesting sounding music, right? Because you have this expressive control over it. And then I can share this music to noise.fm, which is a social platform that we've launched. And as I said before, you can also use it with, you know, whatever setup you're familiar with using. You can connect multiple blocks together and build up your whole system to be exactly how you want it to be. So yeah, that's a quick overview of ROLI blocks here at NAMM. Thank you.